Backtracks on the beat.
Up in New York City, I am Abby Harris, your host today.
What up, what up? Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain. I am your host, Abby Harris. Good morning. Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain podcast. I am your host. I do this each and every day where I come to you and I talk to you about everything that's happening in the Web3 tech space. Today's topics, we will be going over top crypto prices, Bitcoin short liquidation, Bitcoin 200-day average, Akash surge 50%, Sam Bankman-Fried is snitching on the influencers, and SEC lawyers resign, Chat GPT-5 soon to come. So, I'm glad you got a chance to show up today on Beyond the Blockchain podcast. Yesterday was a very interesting show. I have to always do my shameless plug to my community. My community web network is a Telegram-based community. We're about to be moving into more and more spaces as we advance in our growth. There are a lot of things that's happening in the back end. And for all those who do not know, Web Network is the community's resources. So within the Telegram group, I have a lot of resources to help you educate, learn, and earn. Well, not earn, but learn anything that is anything pertaining to Web3, crypto trading, whatever. I have all types of books, information, so on and so forth. On that note, we're going to move on to today's daily prices. And we are in the $66,000 range in Bitcoin. Ton has dropped from $6 to $5. It dropped 7%. Y'all know how I feel about the ton network. But at the end of the day, I don't know where you at, and I think I say this almost every day, where you at as far as what are you doing with your particular portfolio. Like every day I talk about coins, I talk about meme coins, tokens, NFTs, all types of just different stuff in communities. And this week I'm looking forward to two guests that I will be having on Monday's Spotlight guests. And we will be talking a lot of information of what's happening in the space and the potentials of where things can go and how things are. So on that note, I hope you are gathering your acorns, like I like to say all the time, and you're making informative financial decisions when it comes to this. We all know we've been waiting for this halving for a little while. And we're also waiting for this bull market to actually launch us into places that we have never been before. It sounds almost like Star Trek. Beyond, you go beyond to you never been before, right? Moving on, as we check out my other favorite crypto analyst, Crypto Rover. Talk to him, Crypto.
You're looking at the bigger perspective on Bitcoin on the daily time frame. We've seen the Bitcoin price going up quite heavily in the last recent period in the market. And ever since we went up to 75 or 74,000 US dollars, we of course got rejected, and actually we created a downward slope resistance line. And if you take that exact resistance line and put it on the lower side, you're clearly seeing that that same level is providing support on the lower side. And all we're creating right now is just a massive Bitcoin bull flag pattern here on the daily time frame. And yes, whenever we either break below the lower side of support or whether we're breaking above the top side of resistance, that is the point where we're going to be seeing massive amounts of volatility hitting the markets for Bitcoin. And yes, if we're going to be breaking out of this consolidation phase right here on the 12-hour time frame, which is also clearly indicating the big support below us and the big resistance above us, if we're going to be breaking outside of this region, we're just going to see large amounts of volatility. But currently, we're just looking at the bull flag pattern as well. And as soon as Bitcoin does decide to be breaking outside of the bull flag pattern, it's got a price target sitting around 94,000 US dollars, which is of course quite insane in terms of a breakout target. And yes, whenever.
So I hope that you are creating a strategy. That's the only thing I can say. I hope you're creating a strategy. I hope you're using bots to take advantage of this opportunity. We're gonna move on. Moving on. I'm curious if you have any questions, put it in the chat. Just let me know what's going on. If there's something that you want me to talk about, or something you want me to go over, or a specific coin or something, just let me know. I definitely do the due diligence. Bitcoin post-halving demand to be 5 times greater than supply Bitfinex estimates. The new BTC supply added to the market could drop to 30 million per day according to Bitfinex. There's a lot of stuff happening. Bitcoin's 200-day average is approaching a record high. Here's why it matters. 200-day is simply moving average is one of the most widely tracked indicators of Bitcoin long-term trend. Bitcoin 200-day average is on track to challenge the previous peak of 49,452 from February 22. Past data shows the most intense phase of bull cycle unfolds after the average surpasses its peak. You know, it's so funny that the same repetitious information goes on and on and on. And it comes multiple different ways. You gotta, like I always say, you have to read in between the lines. Moving on. Y'all remember when Costco's started selling gold and people were swapping their gold out, or swapping some of their crypto out into the gold market, and then you seen the gold market jump up to $1,800. I think it was 1,800. No, it went up to 2,300. Excuse me. Now this article right here that I pulled up, Costco shoppers are finding it hard to sell gold than to buy it. Yeah, this is one of the things that I feel about some of this crypto stuff, right? Because they have on-ramps. Like, this was an on-ramp, right? It told millions of people ran out and bought all of this gold at whatever the percentage Costco's made, and they made plenty of money with these sales direct to customers, okay? Now, here's the thing. You got these gold bars, and you like, I need some money right now. What do I do? If you're in New York, it's not a hard thing. But it is a hard thing because you have to go to jeweler to find who's going to give you the right price without all of the prices and tags on top of the price of the gold that they're going to sell, that they're going to purchase it for under. So let's just say it's selling for $2,300 a gram. Then best believe that they're going to say, yo, I'll give it to you for $200 a gram, right? You need the money now, right? You need it now, right? And they make their $300 off of every transaction of gold ounce of bar, right? But then here's another thing. I know some people, if you want to sell your gold bars to, I know plenty of people who will buy gold bars. Shout out to Big John. So, whenever Costco releases a batch of gold bars for sale, the supply sells out within hours. Y'all making these people millions rich. It says the out of stock notice gives a lure of hard to get items, but the wholesale club is moving a lot of gold bars and silver coins to estimated the tunes of $200 million a month. That is a substantial amount of money. It says, but the Wall Street Journal reports that some buyers who have gotten their hands on the bars or two are now getting a crash course in the complicated world of trading commodities. That's why I said, if you're in New York, like you got the Diamond District, you got some of these you got the Diamond District. There you go. You got the Diamond District. You go down to the Diamond District. Like I said, you're going to have to go to jeweler to figure out who can actually give you a good price. It says one shopper, Adam X, encountered those frictions. He was hoping to use the 2,000 gold purchase to boost his credit card points, but then he had to search for a buyer who ended up only paying him $19.60 for it. See? That's not bad. He charged $40. It says the general reporter, another managed to turn $850 profit after holding the bar for 9 years. See, although the gold has been used as a medium exchange for thousands of years, it's not readily considered currency in the modern sense. Unlike cash or even gift cards, Costco's classify gold bars as collectibles, which may not retain their value over time. That's funny. Oh, it was something I would definitely wanted to highlight. That I thought was funny. Wait, hold up. It says, where is it? Oh, here it goes right here. Gold bars are one of the few items that Costco's do not allow returns, refunds, or price adjustment on. So the only way to get your money back is to find someone who will buy it from you, and that's more complicated than it's expected. It is very complicated, and because it's like for example, we're going back to this crypto thing, right? If you don't know where to use it, then how does it work, right? You know, because it's a lot of information that they say and they put in your face, buy crypto, but then this is where people get caught. Some people come up with these coins, their own coin. They want to save the world. They want to change things. They want to support. I don't know, right? But what eventually happens is that it be on ramps. So like this is a perfect example. You was able to on ramp your money into Costco's system to actually purchase this thing, but you can't get nothing back from Costco's. That's what throws people off, right? That you were able to on ramp it, but there's no off ramp. And then guess what? You stuck trying to figure a way, a creative way to come up with selling gold. And like I said, he was expecting 2,000. He got 1960. So whoever took the gold made 40,000 for it. I mean, $40 on every ounce. That's not bad. Sell me 10 ounces. I made 4,000. No, 400. Excuse my math. Sell me 10 ounces. I make 400. It's not bad. It's not bad for me. It's an investment. Then I just find the next one, right? But people buy gold all day, every day. But you have to find the right place to offload it. Moving on. Akash network token surges 50% on Upbit listings. Y'all know I've gave a whole report on Akash network. A whole report. This is one of them AI networks here. A whole report. So if you have not gotten this in your bag, then I don't know what to tell you. But once again, I do not give financial advice. I'm not giving new financial advice. Moving on. Crypto lobbyists sue SEC over dealer definition. The SEC adopted a broadened dealer definition that might capture crypto traders, the Blockchain Associate, as Crypto Freedom Alliance of Texas alleges. You know, when it comes to the SEC, they have been doing a lot of trickery in the midst of what they're trying to achieve here. And the funny thing is that in the midst of this, guess what? SEC lawyer resigns after judge accused agency of power abuse in crypto cases. And this is one of them. This is one of them. This is one of them right here, right? Because they're using their power to do whatever it is that they want to do. 2 SEC lawyers resigned after Utah judge blasted the agency for power abuse in a crypto case. The 2 Security and Exchange Commission SEC lawyers resigned after a harsh criticism from the Utah federal judge who accused the agency of gross abuse of power. The lawyers was involved in a controversial case against cryptocurrency firm Deadbox, previously known as Digital License Inc. The case accused of Deadbox of defrauding investors of $49 million, but was marred by false statements, leading to the judge public reprimed of the SEC actions. The judge highlighted the significant misuse of the authority by the SEC attorney, which led to their resignation. They were reportedly facing termination otherwise. Following the developments of the SEC deciding to dismiss the lawsuit against Debtbox, although the overseeing judge has yet to respond, the incident emphasizes the strained relationships between the SEC and cryptocurrency industry, marked by frequent clashes with entities like Coinbase. Why? Because this goes to me. This is like how when Uber first came out and the old school taxi limousine guys who had their politicians in their pocket was doing each and every way to block Uber and Lyft. And this is the same scenario, but the difference now is thanks to media, right? Thanks to information, thanks to podcasts like this, that we can actually put it out into the world and say, hey guys, they're not functioning right over here, right? This is supposed to be a capitalist state. We're not taking advantage. This is crypto. We're learning, we're earning, we're making things happen. But when these people got their pockets lined, they do things like this. So there has to be a way that you do your due diligence. Moving on. Sam Bankman-Fried is a snitch. If you got some of that money, you're an influencer. If they gave you some money from FTX, he is coming to tell on you. He is coming to tell on you, my friend. My friend, he is going to tell on you. So anybody who has got a... Look, hold up. He says... ended of the bargains will see him providing the plaintiff attorney with information including both testimony and documents. Oh, what did I just do? Documents in his possession to aid in victim recovery and assist the litigation efforts against a host of celebrity promoters and venture capitalist firms who endorse FTX. Now, the thing about this for me, right, is y'all reached out to me. Y'all came to me. How did I know that this was a big Ponzi scheme? How did I know that? You came to me, you gave me 10,000 and said, hey, hey, Shaquille O'Neal. Hey, whoever else he got on there. Hey, here's $10,000 promote our thing. I'm like, $10,000? I asked my lawyer, what you think? Oh, it looks good. The politicians is backing it. Oh, he has 2 compliance attorney lawyers. his parents are compliance attorneys. Yeah, it's okay. And then I get it, and then I promote it, and then now I'm subject to this lawsuit. Now, this sounds like something that maybe attorneys and influencers need to come up with some type of contractual agreement that, like how the medical companies have that little white writing on the bottom or at the end of the commercial to tell you that this medicine will kill you if you take it in a long period of time. And it should have been that same thing with the influencers. It should have been a little line under there, right, stating that even though I might be promoting this thing, you have to do your due diligence because I'm not responsible. That's what it should say. But now, because this snitch decides when he gets caught off his millions and millions of dollars that he's going to tell on everybody, right? You know what you was doing when you was getting involved. They gave him a quarter, 25 years. You knew what you were doing getting involved. Now, all these names getting ready to come out. Promoters, Tom Brady, Stephen Curry, Shaquille O'Neal, Naomi Osaka. Look at this. Look at this. Now they subject to court cases paying people back from what they was given to promote. Right? It should have been some type of disclosure. Not saying who knew that Sam Bankman was a scam. Right? Who knew this? Who? Oh man, they go New York City federal top cop right there. Moving on. Whoa. Tesla. Tesla fires entire UF growth team built just 4 months ago. The entire UF growth, I don't mean to laugh at people being fired. I'm just laughing that they had a video with Elon Musk firing people live on the chat, and it was not a good one. But the funny thing, the question that he asked everyone on the chat, who owns a Tesla? And nobody owned a Tesla. How could you work for the company that you believe in you don't actually own the Tesla? Tesla slashes a new formed marketing team as part of company-wide layoffs, reversing the course of traditional advertising push that your chief officer Elon Musk greenlight less than a year ago. The U.S. Growth Content Team, a group of about 40 employees overseen by a senior manager, Alex Ingram, was eliminated in the ongoing job cuts, according to the people familiar with this matter. Were dismissed. The company still has a small number of marketing in Europe. Significant Tesla's layoff. Design studio staff located in Hawthorne, California. People say it was asked to be not identified, discussing private information. Unfortunately, this tech sector is getting a lot of it, especially with Tesla. Moving on. Adobe latest beta makes AI generated image from simple text prompts. Do your due diligence. I actually like Adobe's AI prompt, text prompts. I actually like them. They're very clear. They're very fast. I have no complaints about this one, and I've used a lot of them. But yeah, moving on. OpenAI is rumored to be dropping GPT-5. I'm still using ChatGPT-3 because I only use it for basic needs. I don't know how other people are using it. Maybe they're using it as APIs, putting it in programs and stuff. But for my basic needs or some of the things that I do, this is just what I use. Social media buzzing with rumors, open announcement. Bigger model coming in July as well. The only thing I can honestly say with it is it being more up to date and it being more compatible with Sora and some of the other stuff that they got going on, like DALL-E and their journey and so on and so forth. This is cool. What style is your favorite? Queen and Throne. Okay, moving on. We already know this. Robots are taking over warehouse work. It is taking over warehouse work. That looked like a whole thing of those are all the packages from Amazon. Those are your packages. That's how they get delivered daily. Right there. Look, Snicker bars, candy bars. Yeah. Yeah, these is new jobs. This is what the new job sector warehouse looks like. Right? 20 years ago, it didn't look like that. It might have been one robot. This looked like 200, 300, like thousands of robots in here. This is crazy. So you got to understand, we in the space now, if you want to be ahead of the curve, right? Engineering, robotics is where it needs to be, because at some point in time, the robot's going to need to be fixed and they're going to need servicing, right? At some point in time, I believe robots will service themselves, but as of right now, engineering seems like the way to go for the future of jobs, right? That's what it looks like to me. Because just like yesterday, I posted in Dubai, they had the window washers washing the windows on these super high buildings, right? Job safety, a lot of that stuff comes into play with some of this robotic stuff, but I'm not a big fan of how fast it's coming. It's coming extremely fast. Moving on. Waymo. Okay, Waymo has officially came into the city of Atlanta as a test state. They're testing it, but it also still have all types of issues. Perfect example. These gentlemen did a test on the Waymo wearing different shirts and stuff, and the response to the Waymo is a response that a human person would not have. And there's still a lot of fault in this. And I would not put my life in the safety of a robot or robotics. I need some type of human touch. Maybe 20 years from now, but as of right now, when you see things that are happening like this, right? When things are happening like this, he's just wearing a stop shirt in the street, 2 stop shirts together, and the Waymo is gonna stop, no matter what, right? And this time it didn't stop; it passed it. And this time it did. So it's still unidentifying actually certain objects. It's only identifying objects that it can identify that it's programmed to. But it is confusing the robot, right? And we know in real life that things do happen that we have no control over. So imagine this thing not obeying the law or obeying the law during the rush or however, and it's doing this. This is an issue. This is an issue for me. This is an issue for everybody. And I understand that they got to figure out how to get all the kinks out. But I am really not a fan of this because there are so many little gaps and little mistakes that can be made that can change someone's life in a positive or even in a negative way. Moving on. I thought, when I read this today, I thought this was funny. I really did. UK passes controversial bill to send asylum seekers to Rwanda after 2 years of challenges. So they just decided to send everybody to Africa, in the UK, right? I've never been to Rwanda. I don't even know what Rwanda looks like. Let me see something. What does Rwanda look like? They sending these asylum seekers to Rwanda. And what is it in Rwanda? Because these are the images of Rwanda. And if you send me to UK to Rwanda, I will be completely upset. It is nice, it is beautiful, but how am I supposed to survive here? It don't look like no infrastructure. Landlocked country in this great reef valley of Central Africa. This is like in the middle of nowhere. They just dropped them in the middle. I don't mean to laugh. I really don't. But it's just like you dropped them in the middle of nowhere. And what is so special about Rwanda? Breathtaking scenery referred to as Le Pays de Mille, land of thousand hills. You ain't gonna have no phone service out there. This is on that note, guys, thank you for tuning in to Beyond the Blockchain podcast. Rwanda is a beautiful place, but if someone is going to a city or in a place as an asylum seeker and they want to establish something in their life, right? Because these cities have all types of opportunities, food deliveries, jobs, whatever that you can have. And you're going to just take them and send them to Rwanda, right? In the country, drop them in the middle of nowhere. This sounds crazy. See you when I see you. Same bad chime, same bad channel. Peace.
Add tracks on the beat.
Up in New York City, I am Abby Harris, your host today.
What up, what up? Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain. I am your host, Abby Harris.